The hype is over, the talking is over, the fighting begins. Benn against Eubank, live as it happens, next. Well, just drink in this atmosphere, it's quite sensational. In just a moment, the entrance of Chris Eubank, the challenger. Ronnie Davis, his trainer, leading him in. Jim, you've challenged for world titles before.
Yeah, this is a testing moment for Chris Eubank's temperament. You know, he's coming into the unknown, really, and I don't know how his temperament's going to handle it. I know he's got the skills to be world champion, but the temperament is something I can't ask for. He's never been there before, so we'll find out when that first bell rings.
Well, Barry, you've defended a world championship. Can you put yourself in the shoes of the champion Nigel Benn?
Yeah, this is everything for Benn. This is his chance to impress at home. At the last hurdle he failed, he was beaten by Michael Watson. This is his chance to avenge or to try to recuperate the admiration of the British public. He has had that all along. He lost a bit of it with the Watson fight. This is his chance to get it back again and to set up a world title fight with Watson. This is it's a tremendous atmosphere. This is a first experience of this sort of atmosphere for me. I've never been at a world title fight before. I've fought in it, but it's a completely different thing for me, obviously, being sitting ringside with stars surrounding me, and an atmosphere like this is just it's just tremendous. It brings back all those nights in the King's Hall and the great night at QPR. Fabulous.
Well, I'm not sure what the hold-up is for. We saw Ronnie Davis leading Chris Eubank out, but maybe Ronnie Davis has left him back in. Chris Eubank's such an unpredictable character, you never really know what's what. It gives us a chance to get your predictions, Jim and Barry. Barry, who do you think is going to win and why?
Well, I'm going to do a bit of fence sitting here. Obviously, this is a very important fight for Chris Eubanks and for Benn. And I think that if the occasion doesn't get to Eubanks and he listens to his advice in the corner and tucks up for the first 4 rounds, he can last out and win the fight inside the distance. I would imagine around 10 or 12 rounds. But he has to make sure and tuck up for those first 4 rounds.
Jimmy?
Well, you know, I believe tonight Chris Eubanks is going to believe his belief in himself, his skill and his courage in abundance. If he falls short in them avenues, he could get crushed by Benn. But I feel strongly that if anyone's going to win early, it's going to be Eubank. He's a very, very deceptive guy. He doesn't get hit with single shots, and he's very, very accurate. After 4 rounds, you know, at a fast pace, I don't know. This is a world title fight. I don't know how bad Chris wants it. I don't know how Nigel Benn wants it. It could come down to who wants it most.
Well, Eubank is coming out now, weaving his way through. Ronnie Davis there in the red tracksuit top. You can just see Chris, poker-faced. The man with the unbeaten record, the WBC International Middleweight Champion. Barry Hearn leading him in. And this man, the man they love to hate, the boos. He'll vault over the top rope. He always does. Tonight won't be any different. What I tell you. And he'll just stalk around a little bit.
Well, Eubanks doesn't look overawed to me.
Now, this promises to be quite spectacular, because Nigel Benn's old regiment, the Fusiliers, they're going to bring him in.
The atmosphere is second to none, absolutely fantastic.
Different class. They can't all be on the payroll, surely.
My adrenaline's buzzing for this, absolutely unbelievable.
Not a seat in the house.
Yeah, everybody's standing up now. Everybody wants to get a glimpse of the fighters entering the ring. And, I mean, the atmosphere is just incredible. Here we have it. Here's Nigel Benn coming into the ring.
He made a bit of an entrance like this against Michael Watson at Finsbury Park. Came a bit unstuck afterwards, but the boy's got a sense of the theatre, there's no doubt about that. Chris Eubank, we can see, totally dispassionate. bass notes are so strong they're shaking the NEC, I kid you not. There comes the belt, the WBO Championship belt, Ambrose Mendy, Victor Andretti, and the WBO middleweight champion of the world, the Dark Destroyer, Nigel Benn, and unquestionably the people's favourite, the bookies' favourite. Meanwhile, back in the ring, Eubank has not moved a muscle since getting in.
He does this, you know, as part of self-control. He said very few fighters can get in the ring and stand absolutely static. It's all part of his temperament and control, and he looks magnificent.
He'll need it, Jim. He'll need it tonight, I'll tell you. He'll need it tonight, I'm telling you.
Yeah, definitely.
It's going to be the big night for him, I'll tell you. It's all or nothing.
Benn's going to come out like a wild tiger. Eyeball to eyeball they go.
Ambrose Mendy calming him down a little bit. He is one very, very hyped up guy. Referee Richard Steele, who I feel is going to have his work cut out, keeping order here.
Well, Richard Steele is definitely, yeah, he's definitely the best man in the business. No question about it. The best referee in the world, bar none. I just noticed he put a bit of weight on, but definitely the business.
Let's hear from Alan Hughes.
Eyeball to eyeball now, the two fighters.
In association with Top Rank and sponsored by the Daily Mirror, we are proud to present the main attraction of the evening. A middleweight contest at 11 stone 6 pounds over 12 rounds, each of 3 minutes duration, for the WBO Middleweight Championship of the World. Your judges for the contest are Darby Shirley of Las Vegas, John Stewart of New Jersey, and Bob Barrow of Miami in Florida.
3 American judges.
WBO supervisor is Vice President Ed Levine of the United States of America. And your British Boxing Board steward in charge, their Vice Chairman, Nipper Reed. Your referee for the contest is Richard Steele of Las Vegas, and your timekeeper, Harry Foxall of Stoke-on-Trent. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting and introducing to you in the blue corner with the white and the red shorts, with 24 wins from 24 contests, 14 inside the distance, the challenger for the title from Brighton in Sussex, Chris Eubank!
And one of these daft little things that you notice at a world title fight, would you believe there's a butterfly fluttering around in the ring? That's weird.
Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
Eubank is absolutely impassive.
25 inside the distance, defending the title.
25 inside the distance, 13 of them inside 1 round. The Dark Destroyer, the world champion.
This is where the hype stops and the fighting starts.
That's right, mate.
New today, Chris Eubank scaled 11 stone 5.5 pounds. Nigel Benn scaled 11 stone 5 3/4 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you.
Don't forget Eubank has got a lot of money on himself to win in the first round.
£1,000 at 40 to 1.
Moment of truth.
The instructions.
Richard Steele won't stand any of Chris's messing and posing. He'll get them on in there and get them started.
Eubank giving Ben the sort of look
The beginning of
when
what's to
somebody
come.
comes with a tax demand, not friendly. Scheduled for 12 rounds, this is the main event. We've had all the build-up. The pair genuinely do not like each other.
It'll be interesting to see, has Ben learned from his experience against Watson? Will he go in and use his jab, or will he get stuck straight in? I don't think he'll be. There's been so many words crossed and so many bad things said about one another. He'll not be able to refuse a slam up in the first round, I don't think. Here we go.
Well, as you said, Barry, the hype is over. It's time for the fighting. The champ and the challenger. Round one, here we go.
Chris has got to keep his hands up. He's going to be unloading Ben.
But he does not want to get trapped in the corner.
That's right. He's come back himself, Chris. A couple of good hooks. Got to get those hands up. Ben is going gunning for him. No messing about here. No fancy boxing. It's just slam bang.
Well, we've yet to really ever discover whether Eubank can take a shot tonight. We will find out if he can.
We certainly will.
And remember, 13 of Ben's fights have ended inside a round. And a further 8 in round 2. This guy does not hang about.
Good right hand from Eubanks. Good right hand. Very good.
And that hurt Ben.
Listen, Ben's legs are shaking. This is trouble for him here. Here we have Chris smiling at him again. He's got to do it all tonight. Definitely hurt Ben with that right hand. But he's got to keep his hands up. That's when Ben's at his most dangerous.
Well, Ben has been telling us all for weeks, or Eubank, I should say, has been telling us all for weeks. Ben is tailor-made for him. We shall see. Not a bad first round for the challenger.
Absolutely not. He certainly is shaking down. Another right hand is
Got
shaking.
through again.
This is exciting stuff. What an atmosphere, I'll tell you. Eubanks is growing in confidence. He's got to keep those hands up, because if Ben clips him, he'll know all about it.
Well, Ben's 2 world title victories against Iran Barkley. Doug DeWitt against fighters arguably past their best. Eubank isn't, that's for sure. And any flaws that Eubank can find in Ben, you can bet your life will be ruthlessly exposed.
The one advantage he has over Ben is he's 2 years younger, and he certainly is fresher. But he's got to keep those hands up. I'm a bit worried that he's inclined to drop his hands. He landed a good right hand. He's definitely won this first round, no question about that. I'm surprised at Ben. He's just coming loading up with every shot. He's not trying to box, not trying to jab. He's just coming in there, walking straight in, slam bang. Every punch is a knockout punch. He hasn't learned by his mistake with Watson.
Well, that's the Ben way.
You must not forget that one of those punches can end the fight. So just keep your eyes on this one. This is going to be a good one way or the other.
Now that's got the Marquis of Queensberry spinning. Richard Steele has none of it. Oh, good right.
Eubanks is very accurate with that right hand. He's smacking him right down the pipe every single time. Ben's starting to use the jab now. That's what he's got to do to beat Eubanks.
End of the first round, definitely the challenger's round.
Here we go with all the posing.
Well, a huge entourage in the Ben corner.
He's not bothering to sit down. This is silly. He should be taking advantage of every second of the break. Unprofessional of him.
Eubanks enjoying a bit of gallery playing there, Barry.
Yeah, certainly is, yeah.
Exciting opening round for him.
Absolutely. That's given him the confidence that he's needed. I think up to now, the occasion has got him a bit. He's certainly he's opened up with a tremendous first round, and he's won that one. Won it well.
By a long stretch.
Vic Andretti, with his back to us. Chief trainer, Ambrose Mendy, just leaning over the ring.
But Chris mustn't be drawn into a false illusion and start taking unnecessary chances against a puncher of the known power of Nigel Benn.
That's the problem. Got to watch that.
Round 2 coming up.
Round 2.
I don't know how the fighters are feeling, but it's tremendous.
Oh, it was an excellent first round for Chris Eubank. Got through.
I think Eubank has lost his ground.
We've noticed in a lot of Eubank's fights, he's got a tendency to get caught, and against a puncher like Ben, that could be so dangerous. like that.
Good shot. Beautiful right hand from Nigel Benn. He went right down to Eubank's boots, but he's taken it well.
And again, you just cannot take liberties against a man like Nigel Benn. And Benn tucking up very well as Eubank came in.
Benn looks to me as if he wants to walk right through anything Eubanks can offer.
Well, Eubank can bang a bit.
Little nod of approval from Eubank. I don't know what that was about, maybe because it was missed. Benn's got the eyes of a hunter. He's really going for broke now, as early as the second round.
Benn has said that if Eubank beats him tonight, he'll retire. Well, you can believe that or not, as the case may be, but it just shows how important this fight is in the mind of the champion.
Good shot from Eubank this time.
Good right hand.
Benn's took it well.
And stung the champion, comes back.
Sunk a good body shot in there to Eubank. Benn did caught him underneath the left hook.
Oh, he's a terrific body puncher, is Nigel Benn.
Let's hope these fighters, which they should be, are both in the best of condition, because they're going to need to, the way this is going.
Well, not one single pundit reckon this would go to the full 12. I'll be surprised if it does, I must admit.
If one of them have got any butterflies, they haven't wasted no time getting them out of their system.
Eubank having to dance.
Eubank tried the uppercut and come unstuck. Benn caught him with a counter. For a split second, he was in a little bit of trouble.
Tucking up. Living dangerously, the challenger.
And Benn showing the power to walk through at the moment.
And he's taking a leaf out of Michael Watson's book, the champ.
This is a war. Good left hook. Benn's up. Benn's up.
And Eubank comes storming in.
Benn is in trouble. That was a brilliant left hook.
Champ on the ropes and taking punishment.
Big trouble. This is
comes back. This is what he did against Logan.
He's at his most dangerous now.
His legs are gone,
Eubanks
Ben.
has got him. There's big trouble here. This is it. Now what? Be careful.
This is what I was saying all along. Eubanks is accurate to get the man in trouble.
There's the bell. We'll take a break. Don't go far away.
Ben's looked tremendously shook up there.
Round three.
Ben still looks badly hurt there. He looks shaky, but you know, we've watched him in the past, and we watched him against DeWitt, and we watched him against Barkley, and he only seems to start going when he gets tired. Eubanks hurt him in that last round. He certainly did, but my worry with Eubanks is that he doesn't take a good body shot, and you know, I'm a bit concerned if Ben starts going for the body. He's got to be careful for these first few rounds. Ben is at his most dangerous when he's hurt. Don't you forget that.
Eubank, small band of supporters in a definite minority, trying to get behind him, but Sims a good right hand and caught and in trouble, but fights back. This is some fight.
Eubanks was hurt, certainly hurt there. Ben is there's no question about it. Ben is an explosive hitter at short distance. No jabs, look, there's no jabs here at all. It's just a complete war. Slam bang.
If we wondered whether Eubank could take a shot, we're finding out tonight. He's talking to Ben now, taunting him. Come and hit me. Well, he's answered the argument so far about his chin.
Good body shot by Eubanks, and the switch with the left hook to the head. Again, the switching from one to the other, and they're both hurt continuously throughout the first two rounds. Incredible fight. We all said it would be exciting, whether it lasted 3 rounds or 3 minutes or 12 rounds, and it certainly has lived up to that expectation so far.
Indeed. Eubank, a little swollen, high on the left cheek.
Eubanks looks the more tired of the two. That's a beautiful
Good right
uppercut again. Every
time and again.
Yes. Oh yes. You see, watch Benn when he gets hurt.
Oh.
Another right hand. Here we go. Look at this.
He really wants a war. Let's rumble.
Let's have a war here.
This man is lethal when he's hurt. He's like a wounded tiger. That's when it is at his most dangerous. And he has been caught with some good shots by Eubank, like that.
Left jab, good right hand return from Benn. It's a super fight. Another right hand from Eubank. Left hook too. Good shot.
Something's got to give.
These are bombs, I'll tell you. Both fighters are tired, and this is only the 3rd round. They've been having a go at one another. There's no question about that.
Benn working for the openings. Eubank, wonderful reflexes. Oh, the legs are wobbling.
Oh, a right uppercut. Looks a good right hand from Eubank.
What can you say about this fight? But I've got to say, Barry, that Eubank is looking a little shaky at this point.
Certainly is, yeah. He looks the more tired of the two, and he certainly looks shaky. He slumped down on his stool there. I tell you, he took advantage of that 60 seconds. Right down first thing, and that's what he should have been doing from the start. What a fight, I tell you.
Jimmy, every time Eubank comes through to Benn and hurts him, Benn seems to move up a gear.
Yeah, as Barry was saying earlier, this is Nigel's great strength. When he's in trouble, he's at his most dangerous, and he proves it yet again in that round. The pace of this fight is tremendous. One, it's going to catch up to one of them very, very soon. They both look tired, as Barry was saying, and who wants it most, as we were saying earlier?
Well, Benn's conditioning against Eubank's conditioning, the ability to take a punch. Round 4 coming up, and both men have absorbed a bit of stick so far, but Eubank did look tired at the end of that round.
Well, I'll tell you what, both fighters have put enough work in the opening for 3 rounds to last for a 12-round contest. Tremendous. A lot of hatred being expended. Concentration on the both of their faces, in their eyes, is something for everyone to look at and say, Jesus, look at that right hand. Oh, Benn showing what he's learnt in the States.
Benn smiles through the pain, covers up. A lot of those shots are going on the arms or on the gloves. A few of them are getting through though.
And Eubank's expending a lot of energy there as well. Quality punches as he was letting them go, but he's put a lot into it. He was all asking what Nigel's learnt in the States, but he showed there, he shook it off, done a little bit of possum playing, and still in the fight.
Benn's left eye closing, swollen. Cheek looking very puffy. Chris Eubank cut about the mouth. Well, you can't have bombs like this flying around without signs of damage.
Eubank knows how to pace out a round as well. He's stealing the breather he needs right now, as you notice. Not throwing nothing, but still thinking, red alert. He needs to be. Benn's right in front of him.
The pattern emerging now. Eubank fighting in little clusters. About 15-30 seconds worth of activity. A little break. Good way of conserving energy when you're fighting at this pace. The body shot hurt.
It certainly did. It went right down to Chris's boots. That was a tremendous shot. This is a war. You know, boxing at this level, this is what it's all about. Skill, guts, pride, it's all there.
Eubank forced to hold for dear life.
He took a big right hand there, Dave. Bang on. But Benn's eyes come up alarmingly.
Yeah, the left eye.
And Eubank knows it.
Must be very disconcerting. Benn smiling, snarling at the challenger.
He never used to do that.
All the body shots, they do hurt.
They certainly do.
Benn always moving, looking for the opening.
Both guys are showing they can take each other's best shots.
We're going to take a break right now. Back at the end of the break.
Seconds. Seconds out. Round 5.
Welcome back. Round 5. And, you know, the great Michael Nunn, the IBF middleweight champion in the crowd tonight. He might have to fight one of these boys. I'm sure he doesn't relish that prospect too greatly.
Both fighters are very tired. The referees have very little to do. Look at Benn's left eye.
Ben's left eye is in a horrible state. It's almost closed.
Completely. He hurt Eubanks with some tremendous left hooks and right hands to the body. Now it's all down to who's the fittest. I'm telling you, this is not a fight. This is not a boxing match. This is a complete war. Referees have very little to do. Just pull them apart and let them get on with it again. What a fight! It's been fantastic.
Well, we thought if there was a little chink in Eubanks' arm, it would be the body shots. And Nigel Benn's been exploiting that, and he has hurt Eubank. There is no doubt about that. He's made the challenger
suffer.
There's no question
about that, and I'm sure he's going to be told by Vic Andretti in the corner to go for his body. But the problem is, while he's coming forward, he's leaving himself open.
But that right eye looks a bit of an alarming state. It's not cut, it's just grotesquely swollen.
Absolutely.
Just a little slit, and of course with Eubank bombing over the big right hands, that puts the champ at an enormous disadvantage.
See what Eubanks is doing now, he's threatening to throw punches, but he's not actually throwing them when he's taking a rest. And Benn's falling for it. He's making the mistakes of dropping his hands himself. I'm afraid to open your mouth here, because every time I say something, the other one gets on top.
Oh, the left gets through to Benn.
Eubanks is coming forward now himself. He's taking the initiative.
Well, Eubank has taken some of Benn's best shots, and the ones around the head, he's proved he can take them. The body shots to him are the danger.
They've both got to take a rest now. The pace of the fight has slowed down a bit because they're both tired. It's been so many bombs been thrown in the first couple of rounds that they're both extremely tired, and they're both trying to use the jab now and feel each other out. Benn's eye is closing rapidly. God, that must have been some right hand.
Yeah, people talk about that Hearns and Hagler war. This isn't far behind, I tell you that.
This is our domestic Hearns and Hagler, yes.
You said it, Barry. And Eubank growing in confidence, having a good round, the challenger.
This is a rest round for both fighters. Haven't been getting close. Eubanks has kept it at a distance. It's been a good educational round for him. He's been thinking it through, taking his time, taking a rest. And Benn has allowed him to get away with it up to now. Dare I say it. These guys will have respect for each other. If they didn't before, they'll have it after this fight, whichever one wins.
Challenger's round.
Definitely. Eubank seems to have slipped into a groove now. He's almost enjoying what he's doing.
Every time he wins a round, Jimmy, watch what he does. He walks around and poses. He should be taking advantage of every single second of the break that he has, because he's tired. Like, he's not cutting anybody by walking around and posing. He should be taking a rest, taking his time, filling his lungs up with air and getting washed down with cold water to try and revive himself for the next round.
Well, you can see the Benn corner working on that damaged left eye. They've got the iron out. Cold iron. Ambrose Mendy looking a little bit anxious.
Well, Eubank answered the question that I posed at the beginning. He certainly hasn't froze. If anything, he's rose to the occasion. And right now, this title's really up for grabs.
Absolutely, I couldn't agree with you more. It's in the balance here, and boys down to who's the fittest, who wants it the most.
Eubanks believes when the bell went, the title was vacant. Sneering at Ben, talking to him.
Round 6. Of this titanic struggle for the WBO middleweight championship of the world.
Eubanks doesn't want to get sloppy. He wants to stick what he's doing. He's boxing well, but he's starting to get involved in the showboating and making silly boxing mistakes, which are crazy at this level, especially against the punch of Nigel's proven power.
The corner haven't been able to do much with Benn's left eye in the intra round.
It's getting into a bit of outsmarting each other match, and that'll suit Eubanks. You know, Nigel's game is to rumble forward. He's said himself publicly he's a fighter, he's a slugger. That's what he needs to do to retain his title. He's not going to outbox Chris Eubank.
Well, of course, the pace has noticeably dropped, but there's no way they could have kept the first 4 rounds up. That was Grand Prix stuff.
I'm just wondering how concerned Ben is about that eye, but he's talking back to Eubank now.
Referee Steele says, come on guys, let's have some action.
As Eubank never turned up at the press conference yesterday, maybe Nigel's telling him what he wanted to tell him.
The eye, at least from Ben's viewpoint, not getting any worse. It has not completely closed. He will still have some vision out of it. Oh, the right lead. Oh, that's low, 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 and Eubank in trouble and hurt.
It's moments like this can turn fights, you know, depending on the reaction from the other fighter. Chris had just caught Nigel with a good right hand.
Now the rule says that the referee can give him as long as he likes to recover from this. He'll use his own initiative. He'll decide when he's ready to go on, but he's allowed to have as much time as he likes to recover from that blow.
Sensible advice from Nigel Benn's corner, telling him to keep his hands up. He needs to. Eubanks is getting very accurate with the right hand.
Oh, maybe the writing on the wall now for the challenger. The body shots clearly hurting him, and that shot into the cup. He's got to get on his bike.
Chopped in a right hand there. Nigel's really putting the pressure on now. Chris responding. They're trying to fight back at every opportunity.
And Ben is going to be winging in these body shots, you can be sure of that now. That's his route to victory.
There's respect, as Barry said, from both fighters now. There's no question about that.
Those body shots are starting to cut Eubank in half.
Let's give Ben the green lights, and he knows what to aim for.
We're going to take another break at the end of this round.
Ben's eyes holding up as well.
Yes, it's not getting, the corner haven't been able to improve it, but at least it's not getting worse.
Oh, that's a good right
hand. That won't help it.
He's in trouble now.
We'll take a break. We'll be back.
Took it well.
Let's take another look at the low punch.
Yeah, this is very low indeed, right up the cup, and he deserved all the time he wanted there to recover from that.
And Eubank looking aggrieved. How dare you?
The problem is, in this next round, Ben's going to go for him because those body punches hurt him. There's no question, and you can't shake off the effects of the body punches, whereas you can shake off the effects of a head punch. You can play your head in a round or two. You can't take away the effects of body shots. What a combination of punches there. This is a superb fight. One of the best domestic fights I've seen in a long, long time. And because of its importance, it will last forever, I'll tell you.
Well, the last fight to capture the public imagination, as I said earlier, was Bruno against Bugner, but that was a contest between two mismatched boxers, but this is for real.
And this is a tremendous fight. Eubanks is watching his Benn's body shots. They're really hurting him, and he's got to keep him away from him. That's the thing. He's got to keep him away from him, and he's much more effective. You watch Ben when he's been pushed back. He hasn't an idea what to do. It's when he's coming forward that he's dangerous. When he's been pushed back, he is not effective. He nullifies Ben's power and strength when he comes at him. That's what he's got to do. Feint, come forward, use the jab, keep him back, take his time and rest, and then throw his combinations.
Just short with the right. If you like, it's the body punches going to do it for Ben. The right hand are going to do it for Eubank. Ben spitting blood. Suspicion that Eubank's elbow caught him in the mouth.
This is a war of attrition.
A foul each, if you like.
That's what
Eubank getting the jab to work.
That jab, push Ben back, and then work on his combinations. Ben, on the other hand, has got to come forward, whack Eubanks about the body, and then switch to the head. You know, they say when 8 rounds go by, or 6 rounds go by of a very difficult and tough fight, your thinking goes out the window. And it's the guy who's the fittest who's able to think under pressure, even when he's tired.
Oh,
what about that for a right hand? My God!
And the left. And Ben groggy, and the left eye completely closed now. The champion in desperate trouble on the ropes. The left eye completely closed.
Badly shaken.
But spitting defiance at the challenger.
He's badly hurt.
Oh. Coming back. Again. Steele says fight on.
There was at least one of those body shots that went straight below the belt, but Eubanks is really feeling those body shots. He can't allow Ben to come in. He's got to do what he's done earlier on in the round. Keep him away and hit him as he's coming forward.
Ben has only got one eye left. He cannot see out of that left eye now. Good round for the challenger, despite the late flurry by the champ.
Absolutely brilliant. This is one of them fights that is good to watch, and not so great to be involved in.
I tell you, we've had 7 rounds. You can't pick a winner. Let's take a look at this now. Look at this.
That's that right hand. Oh, I'll tell you what, that is a shot and a half. It went right down to his boots, and yet he shook his head in defiance and called Eubanks to him, which Eubanks can't afford to do because of those tremendous lethal body punches that Ben's throwing.
Fair credit to Nigel. You know, people have been asking questions about his chin, but I think he's answered a few of them tonight, because he certainly stayed there for a tremendous right hand from Chris Eubank.
But I tell you, that eye is going to be a fearful handicap now. The corner are working flat out on it, but that solid dynamite right hand from Eubank closed that eye. Now, what have the corner managed to do? Nothing. Round 8.
You can't say the fight's warmed up. It's been in top gear from round 1. I don't know how you've got it scored, Dave, if it's going to go to a decision, but it's got to be a very difficult one to score.
I've got Eubank a notch ahead, but if you were to argue the other way, I wouldn't disagree.
Now, Eubank's adopted the right policy, challenging for a world title. He's gone out there to try and take it off of Nigel Benn. He isn't trying to steal it. The hunter has now been hunted at this stage of the game.
Ben is fighting like a true champion. He has taken an awful lot, and that eye damage is wicked. He's never been hurt as well. Oh, right hand and down.
Chris disputing that he got caught, but
compulsory 8. I don't know what Eubank was complaining about.
This is a war in every sense of the word.
Back comes Eubank, and back comes Benn.
Eubank keeping himself together under the sustained assault from Nigel Benn. Staying cool and calm and collected, which is very important for him to do. Coming back with good shots of his own as well. This fight certainly lived up to all the hype and ballyhoo.
And more, and more.
Absolutely.
Crowd getting behind Benn.
Good right hand from Nigel there as well.
Eubank, composed.
Is he ever? But full credit to both fighters. They've both gone out there as one expected and lived up to everything they predicted.
Well, we had the first knockdown, remember, in this round. Benn down with the right. No, Eubank, I should say. Eubank, stop complaining and get on with the fight.
In Benn's corner, they're absolutely screaming frantically at him to come forward and throw shots. They seem to feel that Eubank is in a lot of distress. But Chris is the master of kidology.
Crowd once again bring up the chants of Nigel. Nigel.
A lot of venom being pumped out. The quality of the fight stayed top of the range right the way through.
I don't know why Eubank doesn't go straight back to his corner. It seems a daft thing to me. Take another look
This is this right hand around the back of the head. In actual fact, Eubank was complaining that he'd slipped on the water in the corner, but that was it seemed like a half-decent right hand over the top. And of course, he complained all the way through the count to the referee.
Gives the round to Nigel Benn, though. How would you score it at the moment, Barry? I know you're not keeping a scorecard, but general impression of the way it's going.
Remember, Benn is the champion, and it's always difficult to beat the champion without beating him convincingly. And at the moment, Eubanks is, I feel, slightly behind.
And let's not forget we have 3 American judges, and American judges place great store on aggression.
Definitely.
Here we have the 9th round. These guys are in some condition. It seems like now Benn has had a round of success where he's put Eubanks on the floor and he's hurt him a couple of times, and he's now going in confidence. Eubanks has got to keep his composure, use the jab and hit Benn as he walks in, because he's only got the one eye. He can't see that right hand traveling over the top. If he disguises it with a left jab, he can cross the right hand very quickly and can end the fight, because both fighters are very, very tired.
And you start wondering now whether this might possibly go the full 12.
That's what Eubanks has got to do. Every time he hurts Benn, Benn stands on the ropes and calls him forward. He's got to stay away because he punches better from a distance, and he's much more damaging puncher from a distance, whereas Benn hits most devastatingly in close. He's a hooker and an uppercutter, and those body punches in close are just lethal. He's got to stay away and hit him from a distance. If you noticed all the way through the rounds, Dave, the previous rounds, the only punches that have badly hurt Eubanks are the body shots. Even the one in the last round that put him down, he still shook off the effects of it, but it's the body punches that have been hurting him up to now. He's got to keep him at distance and he won't get hit with those body shots.
Next talking, winging in. Eubank complaining to referee Richard Steele, still having none of it.
This is the sort of a fight that makes you an old man. There's only so many of these fights left in anybody. And let's not forget that Nigel Benn has had quite a few wars in the last 2 years. So are we saying that that Eubanks is fresher at this stage? I don't know, I'll tell you. Condition of both fighters is tremendous.
Oh, that was a slip. No knockdown. No knockdown. Just a slip.
Good refereeing from
Eubank scoring well with the jab this round.
Oh, right.
Oh,
this is it.
Gone.
This is the end of it.
Gone.
This is the end. This is the end. Referee's got to step in soon.
Then trying to come back. I think
And
this is
he's
a
in big
desperate
trouble.
round for the champion, who's so tired.
He's really at 6s and 7s here. He's in big trouble. Eubanks has got to take this opportunity. Here we go. Is this
It's
the
all
end of the
over.
fight?
It's all
Yes.
over. He said what he would do, and he has gone out and done it.
I hate to say I told you so, but I did say it would be a late round stoppage for Chris Eubanks, and I'm right.
What a fight. Brilliant.
Absolutely lethal.
Right at the top
Tremendous.
drawer, up there with the best fights I've ever seen.
One of the best. Fantastic.
Well, I tell you, it is a privilege to have been at ringside for this fight. The man is extraordinary.
Now here we have the two fighters coming together. They've both got admiration for each other. They'll put their arms around one another and say, well done. What a fight.
It was a tremendous decision from Richard Steele. Absolutely wonderful refereeing. Benn gave it all. Eubank almost out on his feet. We're going to talk to the new champion now. Gary Newbon's up there. Chris Eubank.
Ladies and gentlemen, the WBO Championship belt will now be presented to the winner, Chris Eubank.
25 fights, 25 wins, and the new WBO champion of the world. Benn's second title defence ends in defeat. Let's hear now from the new champ and join Gary Newbon.
Unexpected by a lot of people, but you said all along you would win.
The new WBO middleweight champion of the world is Chris Eubank.
Well, I've never known you lost for words, so I know you're very emotional, but we'd love to know all about that back at home.
He's the hardest punch I've ever seen.
He's the hardest punch I've ever come up against in my life.
Nigel Benn, ladies and
I don't
gentlemen.
know. I beat him on determination. Karen, I told you I'd do it. Well, I was supposed to do it, but I knew I'd do it. He was good, but yeah, I stuck with it, and he hurt me bad, man. But he's good. But I told you my chin is cast iron. I told you they couldn't touch it. If anyone can touch somebody's chin, it's Nigel Benn. Karen, can we get married now? Can we get married?
Listen, this is a new side.
Marry me, Karen.
You want to get married now?
Yeah, I want to get married.
Well, you're in all sorts of emotions. Can I just say this? You are crying now. Now, all we've seen is an arrogant Chris Eubank. This is an emotional Chris Eubank.
He extended me like I've never known one could be extended. He's definitely, the man is just an animal. I mean, his strength, he's not an animal. You come over to me, shake hands, and he's an unbelievable puncher. And I said I wouldn't embrace him or anything, but you see, he's won my respect, you see, because he hurt me up the guts. He opened my tongue's open. My tongue's open. He hit me with shots I never knew existed.
But you keep saying that, but the thing about this fight is you have hit him with so many shots that have had him rocking.
Listen, this man ain't Chinny. His name can't be Chinny. I hit him with everything, man. Karen, I done it. Dad, I love you, Dad. I done it.
Well, it's an amazing performance, and it's surprised a lot of people.
I need to go to the hospital.
Bottom.
Thank you.
You can see the end of it, actually. Listen, I'm sure you'd love to see the end of it. Chris?
Yeah.
Talk to us about it.
My corner, Ronnie Davis kept on telling me the 1-2, the left, the straight left and right hand. The right hand over the top, with the straight right hand, and I just kept on trying. He said I was going to lose it, so I could nick it, but I was going to lose it. But this man is a phenomenal puncher. Don't give up, Nigel.
But Chris, Michael Nunn was watching at ringside. Now, looking at if you're going to go forward, you're going to have to start keeping your guard up.
Sometimes my guard being down helps. I don't know. I'm in too much pain to talk, really.
What? Pain?
I'm in too much pain to talk. excruciating this.
Okay, thank you very much indeed. The new WBO middleweight champion of the world.
Nigel Benn in the ring. He has the PA microphone. Let's see if we can hear what he's saying. He's saying he's sorry, he let his fans down. He was on the ropes just above us, almost in tears. Ambrose Mendy looks like he can't believe what's happened. Well, he said he'd retire if he lost. Well, scenes of bedlam here, but no doubt about the result. A 9th round stoppage for Chris Eubank. Great way to propose to your girlfriend, I must say, asking her to marry you after you won a world title. Well, nearly at the end of this show. No peace for the wicked, though, Jim and I. Down in Cardiff tomorrow for the Commonwealth Light Welter title fight between Tony Akubia and David Chibui. Next Saturday, Viva España, but Almudena, Bomber Graham against Julian Jackson. You never know. We've got one middleweight champion. We've got to have two by this time next week. A wonderful night, an emotional night, and a night when ultimately Chris Eubank's dream came true. From Barry, from Jim, from me, and from all of us here, bye-bye.